Okay, so before we begin our lecture on residual income, I just want to quickly give you a sense of where we are, what we need to do. Okay, so March 4th today, which means that you have less than 3 months for your exam, which is on 3 June. Okay, so this time we don't even have much of June because the Sunday is showing up relatively early. Okay, now if you do a quick, and I've done this quite often, after people are done with their CFA exam and you do a quick spot interview, one of the most expressed desires after the exam is, I wish I had 2 more weeks. Okay, that last 2 weeks, I wish if I just had those 2 more weeks I would have passed. Okay, a lot of people just coming out assuming that they will not pass. Now, what do we need to do? I don't want any of my students to come out and have that thought. And how will we ensure that? We will say that our mindset is going to be that our exam is going to be on 21st May. Okay, so either whatever, so on the 21st you'll be doing a full exam, be it the CFAP Schwezer exam or be it over here. But your mindset is that the exam is on 21st May. And then lo and behold, you will have your 2 weeks. You can come out of the exam and say, I wish I had 2 weeks. And then I'll say, guess what? You have 2 weeks. Okay, so that is the slight mind game that you need to play with yourself. Okay, so that's point number 1. So our exam is on Sunday, 21st May. As somebody just pointed out, in Pakistan, there is a, if the CFAP again does it, I want everybody here to show up for that exam. Those who are listening to this video, you do the CFA mock exam on 21st May. Do it exactly the way the CFA exam, so 3 hours in the morning and then 3 hours in the afternoon. Okay, so that's point number 1. So brainwash yourself into thinking that the exam is on 21st May. Now, this does not mean that you are finishing the course on 21st May. If you are following me, the course will be done by end of April. Okay, in parallel you can start revising and doing whatever, but our course is going to be done in April. So between end April and 21st May, that's when you are also doing all your revision. So 21st May you to be ready with your revision, and then you will still realize how much more needs to be done after this once you've done your exam. Okay, but nevertheless 21st May is our final exam. Okay, now next point, how do we prepare for this? This question keeps coming up, and I will just repeat a few basic things and focus on the strategy that we are doing. What's our goal? Very simple goal is to pass the level 2 exam. Okay, now to pass this exam, I've shared this with some of you before. The most important set of things that you must do before you pass the exam is the practice problems in the curriculum I want you to do. Many of the examples, especially the ones that I highlight, I want you at the very least to have gone through those examples. If not explicitly solved them, but at least have gone through the examples. With the practice problem, again, practice problems, the case studies, those you should do as if you are doing an exam. But then the other questions where they might not be in case study format, ideally, the best way to, if you have time, do them. If you don't have time, then at least read the question, jot down the answers in the big margin in the curriculum, or if you are using an ebook, just have a notebook where you jot down your answers and then compare the questions at the back. So this must be done, this must be done. And then the mock exams from the past, which in early April or by early April, I will share with you past CFA mock exams which are available for candidates registered in the CFA program. So you need to do those, and I will highlight for you which are the questions that are still relevant and what are not relevant. So questions that are not part of your course anymore, I will just let you know that in the 2009 exam in capital budgeting, this part is not in, or whatever. So that you don't waste time on questions that are not part of your course. Or if you do it and you think this doesn't look familiar, let me know. But these are the things that you must do. Now, an example of what we will do today. Today we'll study residual income from equity. There is an immense amount of detail in the curriculum, and over the next couple of months, which is what we have left to finish the course, I'm just going to focus on the main points. Like if there might be 3 pages of curriculum talking about a whole host of adjustments you need to make to net income in order to derive your residual income, you can have a sense for the details, but no normal person can remember all those details. And since a lot of people pass the exam, they are obviously passing the exam without knowing all the details. But what I say is you need to have a sense for the details. What that means is if you've understood the main points, you can generally make a good guess about the details should a multiple choice question on those details show up. Okay, so focus on the main points, focus on the examples, spend most of your time on the practice. Okay, a lot of people like to read Schwezer, which is fine. Okay, so you can read your Schwezer notes, no problems. But I would say that before you do your Schwezer questions, these things must be done. So if you do Schwezer but you don't do this, that's a problem. If you do Schwezer in addition to this, that's no problem. That's perfectly all right. Okay, but make sure that all this practice is happening as you study. And if you do all this, then the probability of achieving your goal will be very high. Still no guarantees, unfortunately, in this business, but I think as long as you do these things, you are in good shape. If you are using other notes, that's fine. If you want to read the curriculum, that's fine. But the last thing that should happen is you spend so much time reading the curriculum or reading Schwezer that you don't do this. That should not happen. These 3 things must happen before your exam. If you found this clip interesting and informative, please visit my website www.arifirfanullah.com. Here you will find a tremendous amount of useful material. Right here in the 2011 CFA video lecture series, you will find the entire level 1 curriculum for free, and most of the material here is still relevant. So this is worth looking at. The 2012 video lecture series covers both level 1 and level 2. These lectures are available for a fee. And finally, down here, financial management at IBA. Here you will find my lectures at IBA for a course on financial management. Plus you'll find lots of useful spreadsheets that can help you with financial modeling. So again, please visit www.arifirfanullah.com. Thank you.